So yeah, get yourself comfy, wide knee or narrow knee, child's pose. And all I want you to do is start breathing. We've done this before this term, where we're trying to get that 360-degree breathing, feeling the breath going into the back of the body. Okay, lovely. So get a bit comfy, and we'll do a sort of, a kind of fairly, swift few vinyasas at the start of class, and then definitely the second bit will be more yin. I'm going to try and squeeze everything in as quickly as possible. So just take this time for yourself, just seeing what your body might need in today's class, where you're feeling it, how's your energy levels, where's your mind, anything else that's going on with you that you recognize. And just noticing any of those sort of little sticky bits in the body, those bits which like sort of just, need a little bit of work. Don't feel like they're completely unstuck. So we'll just take 10 nice long inhalations and exhalations in our child's pose, trying to make the exhalation longer than our inhalation, just by a couple of counts. And with every out breath, just seeing if you can let go of any of today's stressors. Maybe lengthening also a little bit through the back here. And then absolutely no rush. But when we're ready, calming into our cat-cow. We'll do a little few cat-cows, any little way, maybe even making it slightly less sort of vertical in our cat-cow, maybe making it a bit more sort of disco catty, maybe moving the shoulders a little bit if you need to get a bit of movement in your body, whatever you want to do, any movement that feels good. I'm just going to do a few each way. Fantastic. Lovely. Really good, guys. Fabulous. Nothing too forced. And then from here, we're just going to come up into a nice little forward fold. Okay, so really letting go of the head. Keep a nice generous bend in the knees. That's it. Forehead drawing towards the knees, but just wherever you are for now. Again, nothing forced. Let's get my notes out for today. Lovely. So we're going to roll up the spine. So I haven't spent much today doing our core or anything because I want to get into our yin postures. All right. So let's bring ourselves to the front of the mat, spreading the toes, finding that perfect sort of inner balance here. You might be feeling a bit hot and bothered today, so this is quite a nice spot just to come, sort of feel a bit cool when we're finding that balance at the front of our mat, relaxing the body, but still keeping a nice upright position so the energy can flow up and down our spine. We're going to inhale, looking up to our thumbs, exhale, folding forward, tucking the forehead in. So this is where we can really get a bit closer, maybe bending the knees more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Left leg's going to go back. We're in our low lunge. We move on a hairband. We'll come into our little low lunge just for a moment. So square off those hips, make sure one hip isn't in front of the other. And then we are going to tuck the toes. So I said we're going to start the harder work earlier. Okay, we're going to lift up just like we have done, okay, in our previous classes this term. Okay, so we're at the top of our high lunge here, and then we're going to go back down on towards the floor. The knee can brush the floor. We're going to revolve towards our front leg. Okay, so actually I'm going to bring the arms up at the top. That makes more sense. And then as we inhale, we're going to come back into this revolved low lunge. Okay, so here we go, up we go, and then inhale to open. Exhaling, lovely, and then inhaling. So nice and slow, but getting that twist in the body. Fabulous. Okay, with the knee, front knee is kind of soft when we go up into that high lunge. We're not completely locking it out. Fabulous. We're going to do 2 more here. Revolving. And last one, lifting and revolving. Great, and then let's bring the hands down. We're going to step back into our plank, guys. Well done, gorgeous. Well done, I'll leave you there a moment. Fabulous, so shoulders back. Yeah, try and straighten out the legs. Rolling the shoulders back, just so you open out the shoulders, front and back. Really nice, careful not to drop the hips too far. Great, guys. Well done. You can always come onto the floor with the knees if you need to. Really good. Almost there. Keep breathing. Hello, Sarah. Welcome, lovely. We're going to come down from our plank. So knees can come down first, or we're just going to lower ourselves all the way to the floor. Let's come into some sort of cobra that feels comfortable and okay for us. Okay. So just lengthening the legs, opening the chest, working the back. You're still working your back even in a low cobra. So just remember that, be kind, be kind. And then when we're ready, we're going to exhale, hands either side of the chest. Let's come into our downward facing dog. Do what you need to stretch out those legs. Breathing, fantastic. Really good. Well done. Forehead, sorry, crown of the head towards the floor. Sorry, it was my birthday weekend this weekend, so I do apologise for my lack of ability in speaking. We're going to step forward with our left foot. Okay, it's still low lunge. We're going to stay here for a moment. Fantastic. Again, left foot forward. Okay, really good. And then from here, we will take up our back knee. Okay, so we're going to come into a high lunge. We're going to tip straight forward, straightening that front leg, okay, into a little sort of high pyramid pose here. Okay, so reaching forward wherever you can. If it's up here and you're reaching the arms forward, wobbling, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, if you've got the fingers on the floor, great. Okay, the back heel, you can walk it in a little bit if you need to, or it can be floating slightly above the mat. Really good. Well done, guys. Hold it, breathing here. And then very carefully bending that front knee into a little runner's lunge. So we're on the fingertips on the mat. Great. And then we're going to step all the way forward and then just releasing before reverse swan diving up. Fantastic. Let's go straight back down. Really nice. Well done. Forehead in. Good. Halfway lift as we inhale, exhaling. Right leg going back, okay, onto the knee. Lovely, finding that low lunge. Well done, guys. Square the hips off. Breathe, open up the chest, pull the tummy in, tuck the tailbone. And then we're going to tuck those toes. Let's lift up. I'll keep the arms up this time. Okay, and then as we come down, inhale to open. That back knee can brush the mat slightly, but we're not dumping it onto the floor. Okay, straighten up, slight bend in the knees. We're not locking them out. Inhale, good. Very nice. Exhale. Inhale to open. Well done. Lovely. Get that flow going. Fantastic. Very nice, guys. Really nice. Inhaling. Well done. I can't remember how many are doing it, so I was trying to do 8, but I don't know what I did. Let's do 2 more. Very good. And last one, nice and slowly revolve. And then we're going to bring the hands down. Let's step it back into our planks. We're going to go onto the elbows. Okay, lovely. So look roughly at the hands here. Again, really engage the legs, glutes. Push away from the floor. Come in and see everyone. Same thing as our plank. Good. Nice long straight neck. Fantastic. Really good. Yeah, lovely. Sometimes we find these slightly easier because we're lower to the floor with that lower center of gravity. We're sort of able to be a little bit stronger, a little less bendy in the middle, but not always. All right, nearly there. We're going to get ready to either just come down with the belly, or if you want a bit more of a challenge, push up into your high plank, and then we're going to lower, all the way down to the floor, and again, find that cobra. Yeah. I've had a really sore back today, so I'm taking it a little bit easy, but just so you know, yeah, it doesn't matter what you do, this can happen, but I know what helps in this yoga. I've already done some today and it improved it, so yeah, don't give up, but just be gentle, be careful. Okay, lower the chest, pushing the heels back, lifting the hips high. Well done. Breathing. You can do whatever you need to again, just pedaling out the feet. And then we're going to get ready to step forward, right foot this time. So again, we're going to come into that low lunge a minute and then get ready to tip into that high pyramid. Okay, so do whatever you need if you want to walk that back foot in, but just try maybe initially to transition. If you can bring the fingers down and then straighten. If that's too much, that's absolutely fine. Lift up a bit higher. Take the arms forward wherever you need to be, okay? Really good. So again, in this as well, you want your hips nice and square, so we're not off to the side. Both hip bones are level and facing in the same direction. Breathe into those hamstrings at the front. The calves are going to feel it at the back. Very nice, guys. Well done, well done. A couple more breaths, and then we're going to bend slowly into that front leg. We're in our runner's lunge here. And then step it forward, forward fold, and then inhale, coming all the way up, look up to thumbs, and release. Excellent. Now, you're pleased to know, I was going to put burpees in, but I completely took them out, okay? We will have a bit of a high energy section here, okay? So not being let off entirely, okay? But we're going to come into, again, we're going to do another vinyasa, coming into high lunge, but get ready for some squat thrusts, okay, on the way down, all right? So inhale, looking up to our thumbs, exhale, folding forward, bend those knees, bring the forehead in. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold. We're going to take our left foot back. We're coming into a nice high lunge here in a minute, okay, guys? So I'm being quite nice here a moment, okay, but get ready, because what we're going to do is bring the hands down. We're going to squat thrust, okay? So we're going to take the hands to the mat, take the right leg back, sorry. We're going to jump forward and come into that little yogi squat, okay? We're going to do this 10 times, yeah? So keep the bum low, jump it back, or you can step it back if you want to keep it lower impact, all right? Very good. Fantastic. Good, guys, well done, 5. Nice. I thought I'd pick out some of the best bits from our term, okay? And this came up. 3 and 2. Now, it doesn't quite finish here, so we're going to, on the last one, we're going to come back into our plank. We're going to do up-down planks, okay? So 10 of these, guys, okay? On the elbows, full plank, okay? You can always bring the knees down if you need to. Try and alternate your leading arm up and down. Doing great. Fantastic. Well done, well done. Keep going, yes you can. Let's do it. I know it's hot. This is the hardest bit, as usual. Very good. I think I've got 4 more to do. Keep going, keep going. Excellent. Woo! And then when you do your last one, you can lower all the way to the floor, coming in to whichever cobra works for you. Really good, guys. Well done, well done. Open up the chest. If you want to come up a bit higher, do. Take it easy. Breathe. Fantastic. Really good. Lower the chest. Hands either side. Let's push back into our downward facing dog. Breathing here. Ooh, enjoy that rest. Excellent, excellent. And then we're going to step forward with our left foot. Let's come into a warrior 1 on this side. So we are going to bring that back leg in, okay? Just a bit. We're going to make space for our hips to be square. So we might want those feet on train tracks, okay? Push down with that back heel, bend into the front knee, open up the chest. Really lovely. I'm going to just swivel around. Okay, so from here, we're going to take it into our warrior 2. So maybe adjusting the feet. Fabulous. Well done, guys. Breathing here. So I thought I'd chuck in a few more standing poses, more traditional stuff tonight. Looking along the middle finger. Make sure that back leg's straight. And also not leaning forward with the body, okay? Shoulders stacked over hips. Very nice. We're going to reverse our warrior. So slide that right hand down and look up towards your top one, not losing that bend in the left knee. Breathe, big breaths, big belly breaths, remember. Make some noise. And then we're going to come into our side angle. Okay, I know my legs probably burning by now. So make sure we're not dumping the weights. We can lift that arm off completely. Look up towards the arm if it's okay. Yeah, otherwise you can look forward. You might need to rest the neck, look down towards the floor. Almost there. Well done, guys. Let's bring that right hand down. We're just going to come into standing splits. Okay, so from here, fingertips down, lifting that back leg. Reach, reach, reach as far as you can with the toe. Try and keep the hips nice and square. And then that right foot's going to descend, land next to the left one, forward fold, and then inhale, coming all the way up. Really good, guys. Okay, should we go last time? Get it out of the way. Try and enjoy it. The first bit's the hard bit, and then it's fine. Okay, we're going to do exactly the same thing, but instead of the up-down planks, I know some people expressed that we did quite a lot of press-ups the other day, but we need to build on it. We've got to run with what we've got, okay? So we're going to do press-ups instead of the up-down planks, okay? Let's go. Inhale, looking up to thumbs. Exhale, folding, forehead in. Inhale, halfway lift, excellent. Folding, right leg going back, finding our high lunge. Brilliant, okay, hold this a moment, enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. It was, by the way, an expression of not saying there were too many, but that there were a lot. Very good. Okay, inhale, exhale, hands down. Let's take it into our plank. Okay, 10 squat thrust again into our nice little yogi squat, guys. Jump back or step. Really good. Fantastic. Really good. Well done. Love it. Make sure we get right back into that plank. I said that because I failed on that last one. 4 and 3. Lovely. 2 and last one. And then when we jump back this time, we're taking our plank. We're going to do 10 to 12 press-ups, okay? Feel free to take these on the knees, okay? Hands wide, make it a bit easier to get the chest down. Aiming for the chest between the wrists, remember. Okay, everything else is nice and straight. Breathe here. Really good. If the core is strong, These are so much easier, okay? So keep it nice and tight. And breathe, excellent. Good. Usually exhaling as we're coming up with these. Ooh. Nice, okay. I think I've got 3 more to do again. Lost count. And if you want to make it harder for yourself on that last one, if you're not up in a full push-up position, then you can get there and then lower down. If you can, chaturanga after that, then amazing, well done. I'm sticking to my cobra, open up the chest, long legs. Really good, guys. Well done, well done. Brilliant. All right, let's tuck the toes. Let's come back into our downward facing dog. Breathing here. Stretching out the spine, that feels good. Inhale, right foot comes forward. Let's come into our warrior one. So maybe adjusting the width of the feet, maybe adjusting how far those feet are apart on our train tracks. Bending into the front knee, both feet connected with the floor. Yes, really nice, guys. It's quite an awkward pose, isn't it, warrior one, but don't know when you're doing it right. Well done, everyone. Then opening out into warrior two to flip the toes out, line up the heels for the insteps, get that nice bend in the front knee. Looking along the middle finger, breathe, really reaching out, using all of the muscles in our arms, no floppy arms at all. Good, beautiful, beautiful warriors. Love it. Okay, let's get ready to reverse the warrior so everything stays where it is. Lift up and back as we're arching. Look up to that top arm. Really good, they look lovely. Yes. Hold it and then keep holding that front leg position just a little bit longer as we come into our side angle, looking up. Fantastic, guys. Good, really push down with that left foot, rotating the chest. Make sure we're not dumping the weight. And then coming down with that left hand and the right fingers to swivel the hips around. We're going to come into our standing splits if you've got any strength in the right leg to lift up. Keep lifting up those back toes, left hip, rotating down towards the mats. Reach, 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 and then bringing that left foot down, coming into a nice forward fold, and then inhale, coming all the way up. Look up, thumbs. Well done, guys. That was really, really good. Really good. Breathe, have some water. Try to, yeah, bring the heart rate down. We are really going to bring it down in just a minute, okay? Oh, some water. I'm so annoyed. I've lost a hairband. Never mind. Okay. We're going to take it much easier, but to get into our first yin poses, we're just going to do one more little vinyasa, okay, to get there. So we'll start off in our chair, if you'll join me. Sink the bum down, look towards the big toes, then lifting up and opening the chest. Have those arms as wide as you need to, okay? Very good, guys. Lovely. Perfect. Breathing, almost there. And then we're going to forward fold, tucking the head under. Let's go for a little halfway lift as well. Extending. Hands down, bend the knees, jump or step back into your plank. Now, you might have a bit more energy to go with your chaturanga and upward facing dog. But if you're sticking with the cobra, all good. Breathing here. Pushing down with the tops of the feet. Shoulders back. Fantastic. And then coming into our second to last down dog. Okay, pushing the heels down, spread the fingers, just lengthen them. And then we're going to bring our left foot forward on the mat, okay, outside our left hand. So we're going to come into a lizard. All right, so just before we sort of drop into it and get a bit yin with it, let's just rock backwards and forwards, making some circles. Okay, so if you want to grab any props for this, then please do. If you want So a couple of cushions or blocks, that would be quite nice. So we're trying to make it yin, so we want to feel something, not completely relaxing. Options, I would definitely bring the back knee down for this, and then potentially if you've got blocks or cushions, you might like to come down onto the elbows. Okay, let me show you this way. Yeah. If you don't, then you can just stay up, yeah, on the hands. All right, we're going to hold this posture for probably a couple of minutes, which I know sounds a really long time, but it won't be, I promise, it will be okay. If you let that left foot come on to the side, that's okay as well, all right? So that sort of slightly twisty lizard, we're not pushing it out, that we might do, but you can just allow it to flop out a bit, okay? Otherwise, the other option is just to be on the arms and just staying here. Again, rolling back the shoulders as much as you can. If you've got more blocks and you want to go higher, just to make it sort of easier, then great. We want to feel a stretch. We want to feel a nice big stretch around the hip, maybe inside the hip too, wherever you're feeling it is right for you. We want to feel that, and we want it to start, start to ease away. But as we know in yin, it doesn't always go away that quickly. It might take that 2 minutes to start to go. It might move. It might make your mind super busy. Or you might be able to calm the mind through focusing on the breath and dealing with the sticky bits. So just staying here for about another 30 seconds. So see what else you can give up here. What can you let go of? And very slowly making your way out of the lizard. And this is the bit, yeah, you can get, you know, a bit of, oh, a bit of stiffness. Okay, so maybe come back into that high lizard and just have a little rock around, and then we'll take that left leg back, okay? And we'll come into a nice downward dog. All right, for you that want to take another vinyasa, you can totally do that and end up back in your downward dog. Okay, you can totally float. Otherwise, just enjoy being in your downward dog. You can move the hips. And then wherever you are, let's bring that right foot forward this time, outside the right hand. Okay, same thing. Let's start with a little bit of loosening up of our hips. Nice, well done. And then just bring that left knee down, using our blocks, cushions, or stacks of whatever you've got. Could be books with a blanket on top. Yeah, let's just bring those elbows down. Okay, and again, letting that right leg just tip out to the side if that works for you. I'll be quiet on this one. And again, staying for about another 30 seconds. So now's the time to really let go of the last few long deep breaths. And very slowly, again, just coming out of our lizard. Maybe lifting that back knee, just getting a bit of movement. Very good, guys. And then we'll come back into our downward dog, just briefly stretching. Okay, and then what I'd like to do is bend the knees and walk the hands towards our knees. And we're just going to come into a bit of a toe squat. Okay, so we'll come onto the knees and then we're going to have our toes tucked under and just stretch a little bit into the feet. Okay, now I think I've mentioned this before. Some people really hate this, and I'm sorry. If you do, you can keep coming out and lifting out of it if you like. I quite like it, it doesn't really bother me too much. But yeah, it's a good one to do. It's good to stretch the bottom of the feet. So just stay here a little bit longer and breathe. And just take stock of how you felt in the lizard. What was happening? Like, was it different on each side? What was going on in the mind? Did you manage to sort of control it more? It's very normal for the mind to race. And the more we practice, we might be able to just quieten the noise, not only in our mind, but in the body as well. Stuff, guys, fantastic. Yes, okay, so from here, we're going to just come on to the bottoms. Again, you might want your props, or you will want props, I think, and depending on how flexible you are, you might want more. Now, I'm going to give you a few options, okay, with this one. So my first option, which is probably the harder one really, for most of us, certainly for me, would be to take it into a straddle and then have some blocks or something that you can lean on. Yeah, even, I mean, I would need even more than this really if I was going to put my forehead down. Maybe in a bit I might do it too. So it's just something really to lean on. You could also have a little block underneath the bottom to lift you up so you can get that, oh, that's better for me, so that you can get that tilt in the pelvis. If that's just too much to hold for a couple of minutes, you could always come into a cross-legged forward fold, yeah, instead, yeah, and release that way. So completely up to you. And if you do that, I'll prompt you to recross the legs the other way. All right, guys, so take whichever version that you want. This is the least comfortable for me, but probably the one that I need more. But you do what you need to do for you. Okay, coming into, again, something that you can hold. Breathing. Focus on the breath. You're in your butterfly, just switching legs, just crossing the legs the other way. And coming down again, everyone can see and straddle. Then coming up to the last sort of 30 seconds here. So taking our breath to any sticky bits. And then really slowly coming out of our straddle. And again, just sort of see how you feel. You know, did you start that thinking, ouch, and now you're like, okay, let's sort of relax, it feels better, or maybe not, maybe it was too much. Yeah, hopefully there's been some ability to kind of improve. Now, we're going to finish, well, we're going to do a bit of an inversion here. So rather than spending too much time in a shoulder stand, although you can totally go up into one before you come into it, I was thinking about doing a snail. Now, this might not be for everyone, but you certainly can give it a go. So it's a bit like, it's a plough but with bent knees. So it's kind of like an ear pressure posture where you're bringing the knees around the ears. I'll just show you if this sounds unfamiliar. Okay, so we come up, we start maybe in our shoulder stand for a few breaths, and then rather than taking the legs straight overhead, we're bending and coming into the snail-like position. Okay, so if that doesn't feel okay, or you don't feel like you can hold this, no problem. Okay, we can come into a couple of different options. So we could just come into a nice happy baby. All right, so that would feel really nice, very relaxing. The legs are above the heart, so it's still a nice inversion. We could come into the knees to the forehead like we do often in class, but remembering we're going to try and hold it for a bit. So again, just see what you feel comfortable with. Keely with your headstand, if you want to do a headstand and then come into one of those afterwards, that would be amazing. Okay, so just do whatever you want to do here. Okay, so yeah, forehead to the knees is another one, which is quite nice. Have the arms extended, ideally. You could always put a few blocks behind your back just to give you some additional support, so you could hold that without sort of with less effort, if you like. That's a really nice way to do it as well. So you just see how you feel. We're just going to hold it for a couple of minutes. So a very inward focusing posture. I will be quiet and let you get on with it. And then just holding it maybe for another 30 seconds. And then wherever you are, just slowly coming out of your positions. Great, really nice, guys. Well done. Sorry, Laura, I just saw you dropped out. So from there, we can, again, we might like to take a little happy baby. We won't hold it for too long because we're going to get into our Shavasana. But before we do that, the last one I'd like to do is our twist, okay? So option for our twist, okay, could be where we bring our knees in and then we take them both across. Okay, we could do the one where we put the foot on and then draw it across. You might like to take both legs up straight and take both legs over. Okay, that's another option that we sometimes use in yin. So in any of those, still having the arms out, spread, shoulders ideally in contact with the floor and looking over the other shoulder. So take whichever twist and we're going to stay there, probably stay there for about a minute and a half, okay? So again, just sort of get comfy here. If you can't hold it or don't need to be able to hold it, take a much lower version for you, okay? No need to push yourself, not in yin, not in any yoga. Focus on the breath again. Just notice what happens with the mind in this as well. And again, just last 30 seconds here. And then just gently bringing your legs back into center, maybe giving them a little hug. And then doing the same on the other side, whatever you're up to, okay? So all those options available. And again, just make sure you can hold it. It's working, but not too much, not too little, not too much. Again, last 30 seconds. And then this one, just bringing the knees back into chest, and because we've been saying that for quite a while, just maybe dropping the knees just to the other side, just briefly, just to sort of even out the back, okay? Maybe going back to the other side, maybe just a couple of times, just to, yeah, as I say, we get a bit sort of stiff and stuck in that one position, which we don't want to do. And then maybe hugging the knees, doing a little, maybe forward and back if that feels good, just to massage the spine. Ooh, I'm just wiggling back round onto my mat, and then let's get into our Shavasana, okay, our last yin pose, okay. I am overrunning, probably going to overrun by just under 5 minutes, so if you need to hop off, please do, but otherwise, I love it if you can do your Shavasana. Now, if you want to prop yourself on a bolster or a blanket, taking the feet together, or just generally getting some support, then yes, please do whatever you want, or you can just go for a normal Shavasana, but make sure you're comfy, make sure you've got a nice pillow or something to hold you. Okay, guys, so spend some time getting comfy and then see if you can get 10% more comfy again. Okay, so just really want you just to really zone out if you can. Focus on the breathing if the mind is rushing too much. Make sure your feet are warm. You'll cool down surprisingly in this. So yeah, get comfy, warm, and I will bring you round very shortly. As usual, if you want to stay where you are, then that's absolutely fine. If you want to wake up the body, then making some gentle movements. Maybe moving hands, feet. Maybe having a nice stretch over the head. Then gently pulling the knees in towards the chest. Have a little hug, maybe a little gentle rock from side to side. Thanking yourself for practicing, not judging yourself today in your practice. And then very slowly moving on to one side. And then no rush, but pushing yourself up to seated, maybe keeping the eyes closed, growing up tall through the spine, relaxing the shoulders, just noticing again, how does the body feel? How does your mind feel? And then when you're ready, we'll inhale, look up to thumbs, exhale. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much for coming, for missing the last hour of sunshine or whatever to practice. Really appreciate it. Sorry about the technical failures. Let me know if there's any videos, any classes you want the recording of that you came to and you want to do over half term, because I know you'll be dying to fill in. But otherwise, have an amazing holiday if you're having any holiday, and I will see you, I think it's like the 2nd or maybe 3rd or something, anyway, that week after half term. Thanks guys.
Thanks, Tina.
Bye.
Take care. Bye, Keely.